terrible.
All right, listen. Let's be practical. I am tired of getting turned down. I think that I ought to go out and just start looking for a regular job.
What do you mean?
I mean that if nobody's interested in my skills, maybe they'll be interested in my muscle.
But you love to paint.
I'll do it on the weekends.
Honey, that's not right. I mean, you're so talented. You couldn't do just that.
I don't know. It might be very interesting, you know. Look at you. You do a job that you never wanted to do.
My job isn't that bad. I mean, I don't mind. The only bad thing is having to go away at times like this from you.
Yeah?
So far away in Chicago. Holed up in some hotel somewhere.
Mm. How long do you have to stay this time?
Just till tomorrow. You know what I hate the most, though?
What?
Being in one of those huge beds all alone.
Tell me about it.
Sometimes in my sleep, I just reach out for you. I want to snuggle up next to you, and I just can't. You're not there.
You see, now that's why I gotta get a job. So you can quit, and we don't have to be apart anymore.
Yeah. I'm not worried. We're gonna work this thing out. Somehow.
Oh, Alan.
Oh, Diane, what are you doing here? Any problem?
No. I just couldn't find Jackie. I left messages everywhere, but I thought I ought to tell you.
Well, she'll turn up. I don't think wild horses could keep her away.
So, where is everybody?
Well, they'll be here. Well, this is one of those times when I'm particularly sorry about what happened to Dean Blackford.
Oh, why is that?
Well, he was a friend of Judge Arnold's. He had been a student of Arnold's at law school.
Oh, I see. Alan, in the first hearing, do you think that made a difference?
Well, it's not supposed to, but I don't think it hurt.
Well, Scott Lacey has a very good reputation.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think he packs much wallop.
Oh. You know, Alan, I thought it would be all cut and dried. I mean, you're confident, aren't you, about winning custody?
Well, I should be, Lord knows. I mean, the whole point of this hearing is to decide what's best for Phillip.
Hmm.
And I think he's happy with me. He has all the advantages, and now he has Jackie for a stepmother. He's crazy about her. He's a lucky boy.
Yes, he certainly is.
And of course, Jackie's crazy about him. A little too much so, I think, sometimes.
What do you mean?
Well, she's too soft on him. She lets him get away with too much, but that's something we'll have to work out.
The waiting has been a strain, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, as I told you, I'm really not worried about the outcome. I'll tell you one thing I didn't like, though. I didn't like sitting here listening to Mike Bauer make accusations about me.
Oh, I think his conduct through this whole business has been despicable.
Lacey couldn't shut him up.
Well, why not? That's what he was there for.
Well, he raised a few feeble objections, but nothing that really stood up. Lacey is too damn soft. What are you thinking about?
Oh, about all the people you put your trust in who turn out so badly.
You can say that again. Speaking of which...
Roger.
Precisely.
Have you let him go yet?
No, I think that'd be foolish. It would attract too much publicity.
It's an awfully messy case.
Yes, well, however the case turns out, win or lose, Roger has got to go. There's no question about it.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't say that to anyone else. No one would understand except you. Well, where are you going?
Oh, well, you You don't really need me to stay. I mean, I have no official reason for being here.
But you're my executive assistant.
Yes, I am. And as your executive assistant, I think I'd better get back and mind the store.
Okay. Thanks for coming by.
Mm-hmm. I hope your wife hasn't forgotten.
Oh, she'll show up.
Alan, I hope you know that I'm always available for moral support or any other kind.
Yes.
Well, good luck. I don't think you're going to need it, but still.
No, as you know, I'm not too worried about it. But thank you for your good wishes.
Oh, sorry, Diane.
That's quite all right. I'm just leaving.
Alan, I hope you haven't been waiting long.
Well, I scarcely thought I'd be here before my own attorney.
I got hung up in traffic. I'm not late, though. Well, the big day.
Yes. I trust you're confident about how things are going to go this afternoon.
Why not? Be foolish not to be at this stage of the game.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's too late now to worry about it.
Oh, good, we're not late.
Mike?
Mr. Lacey?
Looks like we're all a bit early.
Yeah, well, Judge Arnold's usually very prompt. He should be any minute.
If I were you, I wouldn't be too eager for him to arrive.
Now, what's that supposed to mean?
I'll let you figure it out. Oh, Elizabeth, you look a little nervous. I think you made a mistake, you know. You should have accepted my offer to share custody of Phillip. Then we wouldn't have to go through all this hearing business again, and you wouldn't have so much to lose.
The decision isn't in yet, Alan. You may be due for a surprise.
Or you. Wonder where my bride is.
I hate that man so much I can barely stand to look at him.
It shouldn't take long.
Like I can't bear the thought of him bringing up Phillip.
Anything happened?
No. Where were you?
Oh, I stopped by the house. You told me you'd meet me here, so...
I was afraid you were going to miss all the action.
No, you know I wouldn't.
That would be a shame. You've been so preoccupied with this hearing, even during our honeymoon.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon.
Well, are we all here?
Yes, I believe so.
As you know, these hearings are conducted informally, but once again, I want to bring in the court reporter, and we'll make this a matter of record.
So if he was married to Dr. Bauer, he was seeing you,
Yeah.
and you were intimate,
Yeah.
and the child was yours?
That's right.
Dynamite.
Why, does that help me?
Are you kidding? It's marvelous. Who knows about the child?
My father, Holly's mother, the entire Bauer family. Several other people.
Good, the more the better.
It drove Ed Bauer crazy because he thought for a long time that Christina was his daughter. I think that's the main reason the Bauers hate me so much. See, I don't believe for a minute that Holly would have pressed charges if they hadn't encouraged it.
I see.
See, I mean, what did I do? Nothing. I just took what any husband has a right to expect.
Oh, no. Don't say that.
Why not?
If you say that in court or in public, you've lost the case.
Why?
Now, look, until lately, the court's position was that if a woman lived with a man, or was married to him, it implied consent. But now, in this state and a few others, it's not that way anymore. Now, the state says nobody should be forced to do anything they don't want to do. Now, you and I may think this isn't the kind of law we need on the books, but it's there. We've got to conduct ourselves accordingly.
So what do I say?
Well, first of all, don't volunteer anything. Not here, anyway. In public, interviews, that sort of thing. You ought to appear very hurt. Say you don't understand why your wife would charge you with such a thing like this. Say it's out of the blue. You can't...
It is out of the blue.
Right, right. Now, this little girl of yours, what's her name? Christina. Now, talk about all the plans you had for Christina. Talk about all the things you were going to do with her. But now you can't. At least not until the trial's over with and your life is back to normal.
Right. Well, you see, I mean, that's really true. That's really the way I thought. That's why I married Holly.
Now, don't volunteer anything. Holly is not the victim. You are. And you remember that.
I'd like you to represent me.
Good. I'd be glad to.
And now, part 2 of The Guiding Light.
Dr. Marlowe?
You're not here as a patient, I hope.
No, I just came by to see Rita. I'm going to Chicago this afternoon.
Chicago, that's my old stomping grounds.
You're kidding.
Yeah, well, it was back when the world was new. Why are you going to Chicago?
Well, you know Mrs. Wexler.
Right.
Well, I work for her, and she's got some property out there, and occasionally I have to go out there.
Well, I hope you enjoy yourself.
I hate going. Well, Chicago's fine. It's just... Well, I hate leaving Ben.
Ben couldn't go?
Well, I'd love it if he could, but, you know, we really can't afford it. Ben's out of job right now.
I'm sure something will turn up for him.
I hope so. Oh, incidentally, your patient's doing real well.
My patient?
Mrs. Wexler. Yeah, her daughter's taking real good care of her, Amanda.
Oh?
Well, they're really grateful to you and everything, and they just think you're great.
Well, that's always nice to hear.
Yeah. Oh, Mrs. Wexler looks a little weak and tired, but, I guess that's normal for her condition.
She have a setback?
No, but, you know, he told her to take it easy and rest, and, well, that's what she's doing. Her daughter moved back in so she could take care of her.
Evie, there's nothing wrong with Mrs. Wexler. I told her she was fine. I told her not to pamper herself.
Oh, really?
I just told her to resume normal activities.
Well, see, I thought that... I better go.
Well, you have a nice trip.
I will.
Bye.
Bye.
Any luck? The arraignment's been moved up. It'll be about half an hour.
Okay, what do I do there?
Well, nothing. Simple pro forma matter. The judge will identify you, read the charges against you, read you your rights, and ask you how you plead.
That's it?
That's it. You plead not guilty, of course.
You're damn right I do.
Mm-hmm. And then the judge will set the date for the trial.